Hey guys, what's up? I am here with Darren. So I have worked with Darren for quite a while now. We've gone through a big journey in terms of our fat loss phase, muscle building phase and stuff. So Darren has actually just completed recently completed his first fat loss phase with me. So we're going to chat about Darren's experience, what's been the benefit to him, what it was like for him before and things. So I'll pass you over to Darren. So Darren, what were some of the pains and frustrations and goals you had before starting that made you want to have a coach?
Yeah, definitely. So I've always been interested in the fitness side of things through university. I've done sports science, psychology, and I'm all for putting that kind of implementation into my own plan. So I've always been very fit via football, via Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, etc. But also like a pint of Guinness or two. So having that extra accountability for myself is a massive thing, kind of that point and go approach, telling me exactly what to do. I lead a busy life as well, so in terms of work-wise and outside, so having that process written down to a T and being able to then carry on and push through with that.
Yeah. And is that something that you feel that you weren't getting before you started?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's very much kind of almost a bit of a cookie cutter approach. It was like, here's your plan. I want to see your results, towards the end of the week. And that's very much it. There's no real feedback on why something had worked, why it hadn't worked. And to me, that's a big understanding in the process and that journey, I guess, is that, people are great at understanding, saying, do this, do that. But unless you understand that reason why, then you're not really going to push as far or as hard as you can to achieve those results.
Absolutely, man. And like knowledge is power, essentially, isn't it? And the more knowledge and education you have around a certain subject, or like you say, why you're doing something, the better understanding, and the more likely you're able to sustain what you're doing as well if you purely understand it.
Exactly. It definitely gives that wider approach as well. So not only on plan, but of a lifestyle change. I've seen that massively through working with yourself. Is that yes, let's really, really push to get those results, but then how to adapt everyday life for that. And that is sustainable, as you said, more importantly.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now you've had PT and things before. You've mentioned it, what you've done before hasn't worked for you and things as well. So what was different about this process compared to what you have done before?
Definitely. I think, again, to start with, that every process and everything that I did was explained why and as and when I'm doing it. I'm very much a methodical person. So if I know why something is being asked or why it's being achieved, then ultimately I'm going to be, it makes it simpler for me to be able to push towards that goal. I think having a simple to read layout, the Aura app has been fantastic because everything's been updated. I'm not great with things like spreadsheets and admin. So having everything there in a simple and easy to read format, and then your knowledge, having the access to chat, and obviously those weekly face-to-face check-ins, especially during COVID, has been fantastic for me. So a massive change, as I said, to just, oh, here's your plan, and on you go with it, with kind of very much at least point of contact.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, because I mean, that's the whole personal part of personal training. It is personal to the individual and things. So, it's no wonder you've experienced that. Now, what's some of the results that you've created so far? Let's chat about your fat loss phase. Yeah. What's been your results so far with that?
Well, quite substantial. I think during lockdown, considering I was working out of my front room, which was also my office, my kitchen, etc. I think I dropped in total around 10 kg, which is pretty impressive, and it did take a bit of adjustment going from gym to home workouts. But again, it was having that personal support from Aura and yourself. That what you were doing was ultimately working for me, and the fact that you cared from that aspect. So yeah, 10 kg down, physically, mentally, the start to my days are so much better. Working from home for anyone during this time has been a nightmare, and obviously we've all seen that in the news, but having the ability to escape and have that hour workout, get out for those 10K steps, get rid of stress, most importantly. It was still very much a really good balance between HIIT sessions, between those weight sessions and body weight. And those results were achieved without a gym, which is fantastic. So yeah, side-by-side pictures. It's quite a substantial change, still a long way to go. But from a fat loss, it's more than I could have asked for.
Yeah, awesome. That's brilliant. And what would you say to someone who's maybe sitting on the fence thinking about doing this?
Listen, ask questions. Ultimately, you are the expert in what you do. You know, there's so much information out there these days from Facebook Karens, as you know, we're going to call them. They heard a bit, or they read, or the dreaded Herbalife, you know, health experts. But really, to invest in that time, you know, it is worth that effort, the time, and the money for your expertise. And also, you know, having that personal touch of what I'll touch back to, and you being happy to explain everything has been fantastic. So, you know, welcome with open ears. Don't think because you've read something in the Sun or the Daily Mail that it's any different to, you know, to John and Nora's advice. You know, they're there to sell papers and make money, whereas John ultimately cares about yourself and the results off the back end.
Awesome, man.